Alright, we should be live. We're back. We're going to be doing more of the powered cube. Let's pop on in. Have enough gold yet for my liking. I like to have 20,000 gold so that way I have the 10,000 for a draft token if one popped up. So leave the gold for right now and keep using the gems. If I can get like a 900 or what is it, 9,000 gold draft token. Usually the gold is the same rate or cheaper. Alright, so what do we have? We have Tinker in the bottom right corner. So we have Tinker. Every time I try and take like the Lion's Eye Diamond, because I get one early, it never works out. Like, it has literally never worked out. I've done it like 3 or 4 times in 2 different iterations of this cube, and last time should have worked out, and I'm still a little salty about that one. We can take Tinker here. There is also Flash, which I doubt would wheel. The problem is there aren't a lot of the artifacts aren't Flash and Tinker targets at the same time. They are one or the other. Yeah, like the big creatures aren't artifacts a lot of the time, and not all of the artifacts are creatures with good comes into play abilities, or that would be worth, having in play for half a second before they exploded. So, I think I'm going to take Tinker out of the 2 of them. Would not mind seeing a Pinnacle Emissary on the wheel, but worry about that later. One Ring, also very strong, also worth considering. Both Crucible and Wasteland are in this pack. And Ice Till Explorer. And I have had more success with that deck than anything else in the format, honestly. That being said, I do have Tinker. I'm inclined to just grab Coveted Jewel, as it is both a reasonable Tinker target and a very strong thing to tinker away after having drawn the 3 extra cards. Lotus Petal would not be terrible. Baleful Strix is good. Thoughtseize, but I'm going to take the Coveted Jewel. There's a Workshop now, if I want it. There's Golos. Soul Guide Lantern. I could take Oko. Alright, we'll take the shop and see what we get, because being able to actually cast the giant scary artifacts is super helpful. Alright, there is also a Third Path Iconoclast who makes 1/1 artifact creature tokens for casting non-creature spells, so that would be a possibility, but I think we just take Battle Ball here. This is a blue talisman. Blue-black is certainly worth taking. The fairy is always strong, but very clearly have a plan here. The talisman fits very comfortably into it. Alright, who else are we drafting with? But I know. I just spent like, what was it? I forget how many hours now doing my Lorwyn Eclipsed pre-release prep video. We just take the Candelabra, hope that we hit Academy. Could also take Lorien Revealed, that would not be a terrible play. Lorien Revealed's probably better than Candelabra. I do have Workshop though, so untapping Workshop with Candelabra is already decent. Bankbuster, Confluence. Bankbuster is so slow and grindy. think I just take Confluence here. I spent quite a while talking about Lorwyn Eclipse. I always do a pre-release prep video where I go over the instance, spells with flash, and wrath effects, because those are the cards that, when you're new to the format, they get you so often, but once you have spent like a couple weeks playing with the format, you know all of them, and you don't get hit quite so hard. So if you know them ahead of time, then you're going to win those handful of games that you would have lost. And when the set is new, that's the best time to win games, because then you're getting packs of a new set where you don't have any of the cards. So even the bulk rares aren't as terrible. And every chance to open the new hotness is one extra chance. Certainly worth it. This is a 6-drop where I need double white. There's no blue or green at all in this pack. The black cards do not lend themselves well to what I'm trying to do, so I guess it's Steel Seraph, but I don't wanna. Okay, we did wheel the Pinnacle Emissary. Odawara's not bad. Portable Hole, but I'm gonna take Pinnacle. Take Strix now, let the person who took Wasteland or Crucible get their Ice Tiller. I guess I take the Redirect Lightning because I'm moving towards blue-red. I don't need red the first time I cast him, but then he's going to wander off, so... We'll eventually need a little red mana. Get the other way around. Mind Collapse has to be a mountain specifically. Might still be worth grabbing just as a removal spell over the rest of these unplayables. Yoshi, no. Sunfall, no. Unburial Rites, probably not. Blue-white land, potentially. Oh, there's a Mox. And I don't see Tolarian Academy or anything else. Like, Booster Tutor's fine, but yeah, I'm not passing a Mox. Hey, Mox acquired. Now can I get past a Tolarian Academy because the person next to me had like a Soul Ring and an Academy in their pack, and they're like, well, I'm already a green ramp deck with Crucible and whatnot. Let me just take this Soul Ring. Here, you can have Tolarian Academy, and I'll be like, thank you. Remand, Mana Leak, Spear, Swords. There's a Ragavan. I could take Ragavan. I really want to run red for Pinnacle Emissary anyway. So if we can get some red-blue duels up in here. The Mana Leak. And then he'll make artifacts, which will help my not in my deck Tolarian Academy. Library of Alexandria. This is probably going to be an okay Displacer Kitten deck. We did pass the Whoosy thing, the 3-mana Teferi. There is also a Mystical Tutor, which can go get me my Tinker early on. Yeah, I should probably take that over Displacer Kitten. I do love Library of Alexandria. I am in the camp of Library of Alexandria as a very strong card, but you do need more specific decks nowadays for that to be like the be-all end-all. Alright. There's a blue-red land that I would like. There's a Saheeli. I think I want Portal to Phyrexia as a Tinker target to stop Like Boros aggro decks, though, and the base black aggro decks first, and then there's a Johnny. Time Spiral. There's a black red talisman for the Baleful Strix and the red cards that I have, but I think I want Retrofitter. Lots of good cards. It is a cube after all. It's always good when there's like 3 or 4 cards that would make the deck for different reasons, and you have to figure out which one you're gonna take first. I don't think I need Dark Ritual. Talisman is super medium. Ponder is medium. I think I take the Talisman just because I have the Workshop. Give me a red source. It's an okay target. There is also a world where I grab Recurring Nightmare because I have things like the Battle Sphere. And there, I could theoretically wheel Triplicate Titan too, so maybe I do take Recurring Nightmare just in case. I already have Baleful Strix, so, and a black-blue Talisman. Cryptic Command. He's not a thing I can tutor for or cast easily, so yeah. I don't really have the lands for Cryptic, like Mystic Confluence is already going to be a thing. You get some blue X dual lands and tri lands and such. Oh, none of those really, so. Espon and Zoran Orb hanging out together. The person who grabbed Crucible did not grab either the Fast Bond or the Zoran Orb. Kind of surprised by that, actually. Literally none of these. Maybe Savannah. It's the best dual land there. Not running Echo yet. Alright, Spire Bluff Wheel, that's a gift. I'll take Fiery Confluence now. Indicate and Reprieve. Alright, what have we got? Blue-red Triome. There's a Broadside Bombardiers is not bad when I have Tinker to go get like a 9-drop artifact to throw at my opponent's face. I think this is grab the dual land, or the dual land for our purposes. There's Show and Tell now is another way to put something terrifying into play. Fairy Mastermind, no. Wooded Foothills is not terrible. Thundering Falls. I think with what I have, I just take the Show and Tell. Being able to suddenly put Portal to Phyrexia into play can be huge, and we just need like 1 or 2 other things, like maybe this Sundering Titan. Let's grab a Sundering Titan. Sorry, Archon. Oh, there's Demonic Tutor. There's another red-blue tri-land. Memory Jar. Ether Spell Bomb. Yeah, the black isn't looking super viable right now. As powerful as Demonic Tutor is, I think I just take another red-blue dual land here. That way if like the Wooded Foothills comes back around, or I get one of the other ones. The downside to the tri-lands is Sundering Titan. Like, they do count as the third basic land type, so I would have to choose them if the opponent doesn't have one of them. Like, the Ketria Triome is green, and the Rogran Triome is white, so if the opponent doesn't have a Plains or a Forest, I would have to blow those up. Do I make enough mana for Upheaval? Not quite, but it's not unreasonable to run. Pentad Prism, not really good with Mishra's Workshop, so... Yeah, okay, let me have Upheaval. I don't have the best artifacts. I have a Pearl, 2 Talismans, technically Coveted Jewel, but if that's been sitting in play for me to tap it for mana here, then I'm doing great. I don't need Yawgmoth's Will. I don't think I need a Revoker, though I certainly could take one. Chromatic Star triggers a lot of my stuff. I don't need Haywire Might. Take the Smuggler's Copter then. Epicure is a cheap artifact. Detective's Phoenix works with some of the expensive artifacts I have going to the graveyard, but I can't guarantee that. Blue-black land. Or I can take the Oliphant. Oliphant can cycle for 2 different tri-lands already. I don't think this is a Dig Through Time deck, but... like, I don't put a ton of permanents into the graveyard, and I don't have a ton of spells necessarily, but I guess it's better than nothing here. Take the Interpreter, but without without Tolarian Academy, I don't think I'm going to bother. Okay. Alright. I think Cryptic Command is a bit of a stretch, but I don't need Echo of Eons. So 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, but I have the Mox. So this would be minus a Mountains, because otherwise I have to ditch the Cryptic, and then what am I putting in? Seething Song, Mind Collapse. They're both way more castable than Cryptic is in this deck, because I only have 7, 8, 9, 10 blue sources. I guess it's not that bad. Alright, so this is an Academy-less Academy deck. It's a Tinker deck. Got enough Tinker targets, so I think we'll be fine. Enough other ways to use the artifacts. Not a great deck by any means. So this is a terrible card, but I do have the Retrofitter for a game that's going to drag out any amount of time. Can go get one of the Triomes to get a 3rd blue mana if I want. Still not amazing. I might actually just discard the Seraph to get another card in the graveyard, or to get another card into my hand. Yeah, look at how bad my hand is, opponent. Now I'm shocked too. Alright, that's not terrible. Retrofitter. Attack for 1. There is a world where I cycle this to get Rogrin Triome and actually cast this for the double white now. Well, that's just rude. What are we getting rid of? Retrofitter? Alright, fine. One first. Might discard the island now. I have 1 card in my graveyard. That'd be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, that's mildly annoying. Yeah, she doesn't actually affect anything that I've got going on right this second. Why do you always want to tap that thing? Stop it! Discard the island that they know about. On mountain instead. Ah, perfect. I discarded a blue source and drew Cryptic Command. That's great. That's where I want to be right now. Tapped because of Mokti. Hey. Two, three, four, 5. Yeah, might as well. So they are just trying to hold me off, which is why Mokti's not attacking. Good, Dion. Okay. Now they'll start attacking, though, because now Dion's holding back my things. Almost definitely going to attack Pinnacle Emissary into Dion here. Because I cannot block him anyway. Okay. Well, in that case, then my tap Smuggler's Copter. Go 1/1. Was also tapped. And our deck was so good for Academy if we had seen it. Wonder if it was opened. And they're going to transform Dion. Do a worse thing for me. Yep. So... Oh. Why is it on me? What was I gonna do there? Crew my smugglers? Yes, I want to crew my smuggler's copter in response to this. That's the thing that's gonna get them here. Alright, blue source. Ragavan. Two blue and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So still not a 6 card in my graveyard yet. For dig. Running out of time here. That is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, cast Ragavan then. He's gonna enter tapped anyway, so. Theoretically 13 damage, and there's Comet. Yeah, Suplex seems good against my board. Just in case I suddenly need to block. I mean, they did nearly tap out. Island still... Really? Actually? Like, I pitched the one island. I need to be punished for the rest of the game for that. Oh my god. Seriously? I just need to be punished for the entire rest of the game for taking the stupid island, or for discarding the island to the blood token, when I didn't have any better options there. Alright, so Dion flips back over, kills one of my things. They have 8 in the air now. You got it. I no longer have lethal if I tap all their stuff. And who knows what Comet's gonna do. Probably win. You won ones with haste, sure. And that's only 10 damage in the air, so...
Sorry I'm late.
Yeah, I already lost because it took too long to find another island. And I can't even cast this. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... Yeah, no blocks. Go to 1. Doesn't matter. Literally does not matter anymore. I have nothing I can possibly draw. I had lethal, like, forever ago with an island by just tapping all their stuff, but... Because they were at 11. Pretty sure there's at least one point in time where drawing the island just killed them. And I proceeded to continuously not draw another blue source for the rest of the game. I was definitely going to lose that game if I did not find more stuff to do, so discarding the island at the time made sense, but of course I drew Mountain Cryptic after that. Because when else are you going to draw Cryptic Command other than when you've pitched your 4th island and there's nothing but mountains on top of your deck? This hand sucks. I'm basically all in on the idea that I'm going to get to show and tell on turn 3, and that Portal to Phyrexia is going to be the thing that wins me the game. Alright, let's go for it. I do have the Epicure to discard. I do not want to spend 0 mana to untap 0 lands. Thank you, Arena. Yes, they can have it. Cast your spells. Your lands. Obviously, I would like something better to get in the graveyard than the stupid Pinnacle Emissary, but I also need to kill all of their creatures, which means if they have anything too big that can come down off of Show and Tell, might be in trouble. They're passing. Alright, I'm down. Let's do this thing. To destroy Phyrexian. Okay. That makes sense. Pretty glad I didn't put Pinnacle Emissary into the graveyard first. They're gonna fetch a land first. Also makes sense, especially if they have something like Strip Mine here. Hey look, they had something like Strip Mine here. So now I'm going to lose to anything that recurs Strip Mine. I paid 2 life for that, so... Terrific. I actually want to cast this one first, while I still have a red mana in play. Hey, more mana. I don't see any real value in trading off the 1/1 here, so... Draw a card... I have them at 14, but it's not particularly tenuous here to... Strip Mine. Perfect. Okay. 3, 4. See what I draw. Discard the mountain here because the Mox makes another flyer, which might allow us to kill them before they get everything online, and is a mana that they can't just Strip Mine away if they hit Crucible. In case I need a mana for something. Yep, that's subtlety. Good old subtlety. I was gonna say, they have a good attack with it this turn. Just maddening. And they have a 5/7 reach. Perfect. Alright. Well, sucks to be me. Guess I'll die. It's not entirely true yet, but... Wait. Oh, they can only block flyers. Shoot. I thought they were going to be able to double block him. Hey. Oh, that sucks. Yep. Alright, so how much mana do they have available right now? 1, 2, 3, so I have to double counter and draw a card. likely Cryptic Command. Speaking of... Yep. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 5. I'm gonna need something real good here. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. So Tinker. Balloon 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I upheaval, they have fast bond. They will rebuild faster than me. So if I get Tinker, I use Tinker to get Battle Sphere. Should be all right. All right. I could get the 710 and just blow up Forest, Island, Plains. Then I'm one removal spell away from dying. It is the stronger of the two cards, though. Yeah, the Seraph doesn't do anything here, so it's gotta be one of these two. Alright, give me him because he actually kills enough of their things. So we go Island, Plains, Forest, Mountain. And they can't block, so they're attacking. Alright. I die if they can get rid of the 710, but... Or if they can make a haste body real quick. Seems good. Yep. Because now I can block that and take lethal. It's the power cube. What are you gonna do? Everybody's got crazy stuff. Yeah, them getting to put in a disenchant body for my artifact. Like, if I were a more normal show and tell deck where I just put in like an Archon of Cruelty or something, they would have lost that game so fast, and instead I put in a giant artifact and they killed it immediately. That's disappointing. Hey, Ragavan in my opening hand. There's all my islands that I needed. For Cryptic Command, along with Cryptic Command. Yeah, his hand does actual nothing, so I'm not keeping it anyway. Put you on the bottom. I still need to find, a Tinker target that, or a way to, like, an artifact that I can cast for Tinker. Let's cycle that away. Get Rogren. Hello again, Cryptic Command. How are you? You are not an artifact, by the way, still. I don't have a cheap bounce spell for when they reanimate their... Alright, you can pick whichever one you want, because none of them are doing me any good until turn 5 at this rate, so take whichever one you think is best. Sure. Alright. I have a plan now, at least. If their thing is to reanimate the troll this turn, then I'm doing fine. Okay. Yeah, just hold on to this thing until I can get value out of it. Hold up Cryptic. Yeah, I don't super care about Consider. Got Force Spike? Oh, Mystical Tutor, sure. To go get a cheap counterspell, so that way when you cast your bat and I... oh no, they're getting Vampiric. Okay. I really... Hang on. So we want to warp this, and then play the Mox and make the 1/1. So I have a 1/1 for the bat. Yep, okay. Seems legit to me. Do I just want to draw 3? Would that be better? And let them take one of the cards? Like, otherwise I'm countering it and drawing 1. Alright, I think we let that happen and we respond to it by drawing 3 cards. Oh, that kind of sucks because I only drew 1 relevant card there. Emperor of Bones, not great. He doesn't have anything underneath him. Made a 4/4. Yep, there goes that forever. Uh-huh. Ah, yes, perfect. Quick action, please. Lose this because I have infinite manas right now. I guess red at this point. Alright, I will cast this to get it out for the workshop in case I draw like one of my 9-drop artifacts here, but I was gonna say you should definitely eat your Troll of Khazad-dûm. Surely that will make it better. Ninjutsu? Okay. Ninjutsu actually would have been bad, but then again they did eat their thing, so. Oh, hey, that thing. So 3. Six, 7, 8, 9. You got it. Okay. Alright, we successfully avoided the 0-3. As it turns out, drawing 3 cards won me that game, primarily because my opponent did not want to win. And not because they could not have won. Yeah, if they had waited and gotten the troll and put the troll into play, they would have had 4 bodies when Phyrexian Portal to Phyrexia came down. And oh no, because it gets exiled at the end of turn, right? So they wouldn't have been able to. If they had waited, they could have made a 4th body. And then they would have gotten to keep like the Hull Breacher while I have Smuggler's Copter out, and I wouldn't be able to draw with it anymore. Ah yes, the old upheaval make a bunch of tokens plan. I'm sorry, do they have a companion? It's Lutri. Okay. Shouldn't that say Lutri there? Is that what that little bar is? Is it not being able to say Lutri properly? Alright, I'm going to keep it because I have the Retrofitter Foundry. If they're a Lutri deck, I was going to say they are probably a grindy control deck. Which means they'll have a way to deal with Retrofitter eventually, but if they don't have it early enough. So, do you take Fiery Confluence, or do you take Dig Through Time? If you don't take Fiery Confluence, I just get to kill your bat eventually. And burn your face, and kill any other tokens you might have. But it would kill my 1/1, so I'd have to like upgrade one of them to a 4/4 by then. Alright. I have elected to remove Fiery Confluence from the discussion for now. Means I have a cool artifact coming down soon. Unfortunately, this makes drones instead of Thopters. Couldn't they be Thopter drones? Yep. Okay, there's Augur and Triumph. Attack them for 1, because the token doesn't need to be untapped to turn into a 1/1 flyer. Yeah, I'm not feeling particularly confident here, but I'm gonna go for it. Okay, there's my confluence back, along with some of my confidence. The loot tree is a free roll. Crabomination! Well, I'm not cycling the Oliphant right now, otherwise I get that one for free, guaranteed. Mountain. And they hit my confluence! Terrific! Thanks! Seriously? Okay. Okay, Arena. You're funny. So now not only do I not have a way to destroy their thing, but they got rid of... But they're going to keep it so I can't even bounce everything. That sucks. Alright, cast that. Yeah, they're at 21. Upheaval's bad for me. They're 21, I'm at 10. My own cards are kind of dead, and... Sure. Like, I can't even bounce the stupid Abomination. It would be awful. So, I don't have any other interaction other than bouncing it and trying to counter it back on the way back down, and I think I'm a bit too slow for that, so... Also, I wound up not even being able to attack for 3, so... But yeah, I guess I'll lose. I couldn't have hit my upheaval. That actually would have been good, because then if they upheaval to try and get ahead, they've already played their land for the turn. They're going to be 2 turns off of getting their Grim Monolith back down. I get the first land drop. I should probably just concede. I don't actually have anything for what's happening to me right now. Nor can I draw anything, I don't think. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I can technically exile my graveyard. Is he all graveyards? In all graveyards. Okay. So it actually shrink him by a point. Exile my graveyard here. It shrinks him by 2, but then he grows back because the instant's going to the graveyard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just need to buy myself a little bit of time. Ah, they cycled a land, so he's a 3-4 again. Alright. Because if I can start resurrecting their Crabomination, I'm going to feel really good about my chances. Perfect. They got 2 cards, and they hit one of the 2 cards I needed to have in my hand. Technically 3. Terrific. Absolutely perfect. Okay, you can have this. I'm not going to win this game. And it's wasting my time to try. Yeah, no, if I actually could have Confluence to not take lethal damage there and then gotten the portal online, I might have been able to beat them. But that is not what happened, so that is not what we did. Hooray! A booster pack from Ikoria. The set that I would have started on if I had a computer that could have run Arena at the time, just because of COVID. Hey, I guess we do one more, so if you're watching this live, give me a minute. I'll be right back. If you're watching this on YouTube, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Have a good rest of your day.